Hello and good evening. Welcome to this webinar on intraday trading in the Nifty futures. Today is Wednesday, August 5, 2020. I am Sudarshan Sukhani, and as usual for every day, we first discuss what trading we did in the index today in index futures and what are the possible plans for tomorrow. So first, the trading that was possible for today. Yesterday, I had suggested that markets may enter into a process of consolidation and could be a little choppy. And apart from the fact that could be choppy and they could therefore go up and down both, I was interested only in taking the up move, which means if the market goes through a dip, I would buy that dip. And if the Nifty goes through a breakout from the first 15 minutes, I would buy that breakout. Although buying the dip was my preferred choice. I also explained why this is so because yesterday we had a massive up day and massive range day. We had a 200-point range in the Nifty. This is very unusual. So after a 200-point range in any one direction, it's reasonable to expect the markets to consolidate. And that was the expectation for today. I also must tell you that the reason I did not plan for the short side trade was first, the market has a short-term uptrend. So then going short is going against the short-term uptrend. And second, usually I am far more comfortable taking the long trades as compared to the short trades. There is a reason for this, and the reason is that most stock markets have a secular uptrend. It's therefore easier to go with the flow than to stand against the flow. Now this is a very general idea. There are times when the markets fall rapidly, and if you are then buying, that will be difficult. But broadly, markets have a secular uptrend. So that's the reason why I like to go only with the flow as far as possible. So of the three options, I was not going to go short. The market opened 65 points higher. Now, here's the problem. After opening up 65 points, if the Nifty falls 50 points, then it is filling the gap. Now, I had suggested that I will buy that dip. But filling a gap is not a very comfortable place to be in. Anyway, I would have taken that trade had the Nifty stopped falling and gone in a consolidation. But instead of falling after going up, the Nifty moved for 15 minutes and then after a 15-minute move, it again broke on the upside. Actually, in that first 15 minutes, it was moving up all the time. So what happened was there was a 60-point gap up. Then there was another 40 points of a rally in the first 15 minutes. So if I have to buy that breakout, opening range 15-minute breakout, I have to buy the Nifty 100 points higher than yesterday's close. Now if I buy 100 points higher and yesterday was already a 200-point day, then what extra will I get during the day? That became a question mark. So I did not take that long trade. It was not worth taking. I was not very sure what additional points are left for the day. I have explained why I did not take that breakout trade. It was too high. Then there is a possibility that the Nifty may dip a 50 point, by a 50 points, come back to the opening level, consolidate and again go up. So now we are waiting for that possibility. The Nifty started falling, but did it stop at the 50-point dip? Did it stop at the opening? No, it fell like a waterfall for 150 points. Did not stop, did not give us a pause. On the 5-minute chart, there was not a single pause there. Just went falling. Amazing. That's why I enjoy these markets so much. The markets give you something new every day. It's really enjoyable. Anyway, now ab kya kare? Nothing to do. I can't take a trade when the Nifty has fallen intraday 150 points. We don't know now what's going on. And that matches with my perception that the markets could consolidate and be choppy today. So I did not take that trade, and then the market went up and down, up and down. That's okay. Now what's the scenario for tomorrow? Tomorrow the markets, remember, they have held above 11,000 with all the choppiness that we saw today. That's bullish, that's not bearish. So same scenario which played out today with a little more confidence tomorrow. Now depending on how the US markets work and how Asia opens, if these two markets are cheerful, again I am looking to buy. Same two ways of buying. The Nifty opens up without a gap or with a very small gap, I am buying the opening range breakout. I am happy to buy that. If it opens with a reasonable gap and then has a small dip, I am willing to buy the dip also. But tomorrow is Thursday. FNO expiry, it could be a trend day, it could be a trend day on the downside also, just as it could be a trend day on the upside. If it's a trend day on the upside, if there is no large gap, I am a buyer. But if it starts falling on the downside, it could fall throughout the day. I am not in that trade. I've already explained I feel uncomfortable taking that trade. But for other traders who don't feel uncomfortable, have an open mind. The markets can give us a trend day today on the upside or on the downside. So be ready with this plan and enjoy yourself. I love the markets. I hope you do too. Again, we will meet tomorrow evening and maybe talk on some other topics also. Have a lot of fun and enjoy yourself. Jai Hind.